Mr. Booth, what's up, man? How are you?
Doing good, doing good. It's been a while since we've done one of these, so we got a little bit of information to cover tonight.
Yeah, we got quite a bit of stuff going on and quite a bit of stuff to get through and a couple good guys to talk to as well.
Yeah, we got three guests tonight. We're going to bring on Joe Hayes, who was he did third place up in Wisconsin on the Madison Chain at the All-American Kayak Series event, represented Missouri really well. And we're going to bring on the river recently champed Central Regional Anglers. That's a mouthful. Team Bonafide, Lance Burris and Mike Keafer.
Those guys are used to it. They're a mouthful as it is.
Yeah. Lance just doesn't know how to shut up ever.
Right, exactly. Well, man, let's get right into it. Let's take care of some housekeeping and whatnot. July online results, they are in. Just some crazy numbers for July, man. It's going to be interesting to see if we can keep that up in August.
Yeah, the numbers dropped a little bit for August, but we still got some great anglers in there, and there's still some good fish to be caught. The normal guys are still jacking some fish, but as I look over the results here, we got the top five. In fifth place is Jonathan Dominguez.
Yes, sir.
You've been consistent all year, about Thanks, top man. Five almost every month. And then Dorman Huey's in number fourth with 96. Adam Isaacs is in third with 100 inches. We got Blake Power, who came in second. And then Brennan Banks, Mr. Monster, man. He goes out there and just jacks biggins, and he did it again. So congratulations to Brennan.
Yeah, absolutely. Congrats, man. He plays his cards right. He looks for them just 5 big bites, and that's what he goes after. We all know he throws those swim baits, and I mean it makes sense. There's different ways to do it, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, and it's been working out for him.
Yeah, he does. He just goes out after work and just wants one big fish. And when you're doing a monthly online, you only need 5 fish for the month. So if you can just get one fish a trip, it's a pretty good day.
Absolutely. Our top 3 for the online AOI series, we got Joe Walters in third. I'm in second, and then Dorman's leading it. Really tight, race. I've been giving Joe a hard time, asking him, trying to figure out how many spots I can give him if I fall behind him or not. But he's like, man, I'm coming after you. I'm like, you're gonna have to get after Dorman, man. Dorman's been solid these last few months.
Yeah, he has. I mean, the onlines are fun. I mean, it's getting kind of a grind right now. It's so hot outside, and everybody's got a lot going on, so it's going to slow down a little bit, but still going to be a fun one to watch for August.
Absolutely, man. We we're going to bring Joe on here in a minute, but that All-American series, man, it's been really it's been good. It's really cool to see our guys put the hammer down at tournaments. And where are we headed next for that All-American series?
Yeah, for the next All-American tournament is going to be in our backyard, back down in the south area. We're going to Oklahoma, so it's going to be at Lake Tenkiller, and that's a lake that MoYak anglers should be able to fish really well. It's like an Ozark lake. It's got spotted bass, it's got smallmouth, it's got largemouth, it's got rivers, it's got bluffs, it's got deep water, it's got it's what we fish. So I hope I know a lot of guys are headed down there. I mean, we've probably got about half a dozen already signed up to go down for Tenkiller. So if anybody else in MoYak wants to come fish, you do not have to be a member of the All-American Kayak Series to compete. You can just go down there, pay your entry fee, and come down and fish with us Missouri boys, and let's kick some Oklahoma butt, take the Kansas butt. Them Iowa guys are starting to get a little mouthy, so we don't want them coming down here either. And then Wisconsin and Minnesota, it's turned into a battle royal of the states. So we represent Missouri. So if you guys want to come fish a lake that's a little bit out of Missouri but not too far of a traveling distance, let's go fish Tenkiller. If you need a place to stay, or if you're interested, and just hit me up and let me know. I mean, I've even got an open spot in my cabin, so there's ways we can make it happen. Tenkiller, MoYak, let's go.
Yeah, man, it's really cool. Just looking at the on the website there on the All-American Kayak Series page, we've got 3 guys in that top 5 AOI for that race as well. Lance Burris is sitting in that one spot. Chad Davison, which he's been a force this year. I think, I've said it before, I think he's a shoo-in for that Rookie of the Year. He's had a really good year so far. And then Hillman, he rounds up that 5 spot in those top 5. And it's cool to see our guys go up to these events and do well.
Yeah, and you've got John Stickley right there in the run of it, and Joe Hayes, our guest tonight. He's only got 3 events in, and he's in the top 10, I think. So Troy Inke, Missouri's representing really well this year in the All-American Series. So I'm pretty proud of that. It's fun to see. We've got, how many we got left? 1, 2. We've only got 3 events left for the year, and then AOI is going to be determined. So that's going to be cool to see. Also at Lake Tenkiller, there's qualification spots open for the All-American Classic. The top 3 anglers at each one of these tournaments gets to qualify for the Classic. So if you're looking at a way to qualify for the All-American and you don't think maybe you'll make that top 10 in AOI, well, here's your shot. You can go fish Lake Tenkiller, get a top 3, and you're in. So anybody that's interested in fishing that, just let me know.
Yeah, so let's go over that real quick and kind of rewind. Top 10 in your club gets an invite.
Yes.
Each club gets 2 additional spots, correct?
Yep, and the tournament director can hand them out as he pleases. They're meant for the tournament directors because tournament directors don't always get to fish. So, let the tournament directors come and compete at the All-American too, is the basis behind it. But if that tournament director can't make it, or maybe he's only one tournament director, he's still got an extra spot, he can give that spot to anybody, which is what I'm doing. Both tournament director spots for MoYak, I'm going to roll into the AOI. So we're not going to do top 10. We're doing top 12. So the top 12 in MoYak will qualify for the All-American. But also we're doing the River Series too. So the top 10 in the River Series are going to qualify. So guys that are in the River Series can do that too. And we're also doing roll downs. So we're going to have a lot of guys qualify.
Cool, man. That's exciting.
And on top of that, the open shootout. The open shootout's going to be on Thursday. And, chances are everybody that fishes that's going to get through. The top 50% are guaranteed to get through. So if you think you want to come compete, come on up, man. You can still fish on Thursday, and you're going to get in.
So, and if you haven't done that, if you want to fish the All-American Series to qualify, you just need 3 events for that. Is that correct?
If you fish 4 All-American Kayak Series tournaments, you're automatically qualified, even if you don't make the top 3. Yes, that's correct. Similar to what Bassmaster did this year, and Bassmaster does the same thing.
Yeah, so if you've already fished one of those events, say you fished the Truman or LOZ? Where did we have LOZ?
Lake of the Ozarks.
If you've already fished that and you fished the All-American, you can still finish these last 3 events out and earn a spot for the All-American as well.
Yeah, and 2 of the 3 last spots are right here, Lake Tenkiller in Oklahoma, and then after that is Lewis and Clark Lake, which is way up in South Dakota. But man, it is an amazing lake, and if you've got some vacation time and want to travel, this is going to be a really cool one to go to. But after that, we're right back on Truman. So if you've already got 1 in, well, you need 2. You can get the rest of them in. You've got a chance. If you want to hit all 4, you got to travel to South Dakota, though.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's plenty of room to get in there, and we've got quite a good bit of guys that are in MoYak that have fished the All-American and have earned their spots. So that just adds to more roll downs for you guys. But if it's something that you want to do and you didn't get in one of those spots, there's a shootout. Last year I think we let everyone in there, right? We didn't do the top 50%.
Yeah, there's like 25 people in the shootout, so we just let everybody roll through. If they made the trip, let's let them fish.
Absolutely. So based on numbers on that, that could change, but top 50% go to that, and then they can get into the event from there. So if you're still out a little ways, you're not sure, and you still want to go to that, there's still room. If you don't get in there and you don't want to fish the shootout, Josh could use your help. There was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Unfortunately, I got to stay with him. But any help that you can give him, during the tournament, the days before, I'm sure he'd appreciate it. He was working night and day. So
hopefully it's not going to be that bad this year. We got a little more planning done, so a little less pressure off of me. So I won't be freaking out this year like I did last year. I should be calm, remain calm. We'll get it. But it's all going to be good. We've also, kind of rewinding a little bit too. We've got the Midnight Madness tournament that we just had.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. You know, this is a new thing that we just started. We figured we throw in a night tournament. A lot of guys are wanting to, you know, try it out, and it's kind of a common thing in the boat world, you know, to have their tournaments in the summertime at night. So thought we'd give it a shot, and I think it went off pretty good too. We went ahead and made it extreme. Every fish counted. So congratulations to Justin Kuhn. I mean, he came in and I think he caught 13 total fish. Pretty sure that was the highest amount submitted by anybody, and it finished up with 178.25 inches. So, and then Dwayne Beatty from Arkansas, he came in second. You know, he came up. We had 159.75. So that was a fun tournament, and I think we're going to do another one too. We might fit one in this year, but we'll definitely do one next year again. That's kind of a fun thing to do. Only this time we're not going to stop it at midnight. We're going to move it. The boat traffic was stupid still. For the guys that were out there, you know what I'm talking about. There were some party boats that weren't even launched until it got dark because they're looking forward to the cool weather too. So we're gonna make it 8 o'clock. You know, first lines in, and then we're gonna run all the way to like 6 in the morning. So guys can fish all night long. So that's going to be the change you're going to make. Well, it's not going to be for AOI points or nothing. It's just going to be a fun nighttime tournament we're going to do from now on.
That's cool, man. I was kind of worried about you guys running in some weather, but it turned out all right for y'all.
Yeah, I think we'll probably do it on Lake of the Ozarks next time too. Table Rock and LOZ is probably the only time we can get on them during the warm weather is at nighttime when everybody else is gone. So we'll see.
Yep, definitely. Well, let's talk about the River Series. You know, we're going to talk to Lance and Mike here in a second. But that top five, you know, in that individual side, you got Ty Ward. He did really well on that last event as well. Eric Suntrup coming in that 4 spot. Garrett Reed finished 3rd, and then Mike and Lance in those top 2 spots. Really cool to see some of these guys that, you know, try and stay on the rivers, compete in these events as well, and still be a part of MoYak. Yeah,
I think a lot of people are starting to learn that these river tournaments are pretty fun. Some guys have tried it out for the first time this year, and it's catching on. It's kind of weird to me because some of us started out on the rivers, you know, before kayak tournaments began and all this, and then we just transitioned to fishing lakes. Well, now it's kind of the opposite. Guys are getting into kayak fishing on lakes, and then they're experiencing rivers for the first time new. So it's cool to see it come full circle like that. But yeah, man, we're meant to be on rivers, especially during the summertime, and that's why we got Lance and Mike on here. They kicked butt at the last river tournament.
As far as the river AOI, you got Jacob Pruitt, John Denton, and then Jim Harding sit in those top 3 spots, which I don't think we've put, because was this our 4th event, the Central, or is this still our 3rd?
That was the 3rd because we had one that was rescheduled, which is coming up in a couple weeks. We're going to have that makeup date. So that's actually going to be the 4th one coming up in August 28th.
Troy, thanks for keeping that up to date, man. He's right on top of that on the online stuff on the website. As far as our team,
Troy keeps that stuff up so quick. I don't think you'll find any other club that has their AOI points listed the day after the tournament. I mean, that website is Troy's baby. Troy has done all of that work. He has created all that, and MoYak would not be what it is without him. So give Troy some barbecue or something next time you see him.
Just a cold beer will probably work.
Bring him some breakfast burritos. He deserves it. He needs it. Thank you, Troy.
Yes, absolutely. That team side, top 3, Wishbone Raiders. You got Jason Shiflett, Cooper Rodman. That Wishbone Raiders, they finished 3rd. The Bulldogs, Robert Reagan and Daniel Mace. And then Team Bonafide, Lance Burris and Mike coming in with some solid scores, winning that on the team side as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did a clean sweep as far as the Central region went. They took the team side as well as the individual first and second, so that's pretty impressive.
They've only got 2 events. I mean, they're still sitting in second for the AOI with the Wishbone Raiders. They're sitting in that 1 spot still with 3 events.
Yeah, and then the River Series AOI that race, there's 1 drop. So as far as the individual AOI goes, that's where you're competing for the kayak from FeelFree. FeelFree Kayaks has given us a new C-Stream Angler, 12-foot kayak to to give away to the AOI. So, I mean, right now that's looking at Jim Harding, and I know Jim wants his kayak bad. So hopefully we'll see how it plays out.
I think he's about due for just a little upgrade.
Yeah, he last time he was at my house, he was in my garage and he was looking at it and he was inspecting it and checking it out and taking measurements and getting ready to make upgrades. So he already owns it. He thinks he does. We'll see if he can pull it. I think he will. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to stop him. We'll see. But yeah, big thanks to FeelFree Kayaks for that. You know,
absolutely,
just giving us a kayak to give away. Yes, very cool.
Very cool. Headed to Stockton this weekend. Should be a good event. Hopefully it's a good event. It's been tough out there pre-fishing, but hopefully we can get into some numbers. Guys, at Stockton, Josh, you still have quite a bit of the online orders from that previous order, right?
Yeah, I've got 4 or 5 orders still, and I'll have them with me up there, as well as membership packs. If you haven't got, if you were a part of the first 100 that got this shirt or stickers and the buffs, I've got all that at the check-in. Whenever you show up for the check-in and you sign in the sign-in sheet, Jay's going to be there working there, or Jonathan, you'll be there too. Ask one of these guys, and they'll give you your stuff. It's all laid out right there. Just been waiting for people to pick it up. And I think there's been a little miscommunication where some people didn't realize that it was there. And so I just want everybody to know that your stuff is there, and I'll have it at Stockton. And if you can't make Stockton, that's okay. I'm going to have it at Palm de Terre too. And if anybody needs some All-American stuff too, if you're an All-American member, you still need your shirt, I'll have some of that swag too.
Yeah, man, if you guys haven't got your stuff, make sure to find one of us, find Josh. We'll figure it out, figure out where it's at, and get you guys all squared up. Headed to Palmy next, as you said, next month. That should be a good event as well.
It's going to wrap up the season. That's it.
We've only got 2 regular season, then now we're off to the playoffs.
2 tournaments left. Yeah, 2 tournaments left, and then that's it. And then it's time for championship time.
It's crazy.
I went by so fast.
We were just talking to guys about where they're looking forward to going to, and we've almost been to all of them so far.
Yep, that's true.
Well, man, let's jump on here, see if we can get Joe involved with us. See if we can get him on here and maybe talk to him about what is it, Madison Chain?
Yeah, correct? Let's talk about the All-American Kayak Series on Madison Chain with 3rd place finisher Joe Hayes.
Joe, what's up, man? How are you? Good, man. Glad to have you on here. Rookie of the year last year, man. Congratulations.
I guess it might be 2 years now, actually.
Has it been 2?
I think so.
Yeah, it has. Oh, that's right, because DJ was last year.
Yeah.
You were that first year. Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely right.
My, how time flies.
Right?
Well, Joe, man, tell us about yourself. Tell us where you're from and just a little bit about you, man.
Yeah, I'm from out here in Cedar Hill. We're about 30 minutes southwest of St. Louis. Got my start fishing creeks, wading. None of us really ever had a good boat, so we finally bought some kayaks, and here we are.
I went down that path too. I loved wading, and I mean, when I was a kid, I would ride my bike down, out to the creek, and that's all I could do was, jump in and start walking the creek and just fish it as far upstream as I wanted to wade and turn around and come back. And that's a big part of how I learned to fish, really.
That's still my first love. The problem is around here, everything's getting shut down. I can't go anywhere anymore. Yeah,
there used to be low water bridge accesses everywhere and all kinds of places you could park and get increased, but people have ruined that, and so there's not many landowners wanting to give access anymore.
Yeah, it's few and far between out this way, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's all over, I think.
Joe, so you've been fishing with MoYak for about 2 years now. And what do you think? How do you feel about the tournament series and just kayak fishing in general, man?
I love every second of it. Nothing I look forward to more than tournament weekend. We got a group of 4 of us that pretty much hit every tournament, all travel together, stay together. Like 6, 7 mini vacations every year, and I look forward to every one of them.
Yeah, that is kind of what it's like. You've been traveling and hitting the All-American tournaments, and some of the other guys have too, like Darian and Carey I think, and John Stickley. So you guys are starting to kind of spread out and make a name in the All-American Series too. Well, you went all the way up there to Madison. I mean, that was a long drive. What was it like going all the way up there to Canada?
Honestly, like it was only just under 6 hours for me here.
Oh, really? That's not bad.
No.
Oh,
I mean, that's kind of why I put that one on the map early in the year. I was like, well, plus, like I said, I made a family trip out of it. Like I said, we hit the Dells and did all that fun stuff. So it was a great trip.
Yeah, it's always cool when you can take the family with you and make it into a vacation. What was something that was different about fishing up there? What was different or strange to you about the water, or techniques or something that them Northerners use?
Honestly, like outside of just map study and avionics and everything, I really didn't have a clue what to get into because I didn't get to pre-fish. I planned on out for a couple hours Friday morning. That didn't really work out. So got there. You can kind of tell when you do your map study when it says there's a good amount of grass from the bank all the way out. But when you get there, man, I couldn't find 10 foot of water for 100 yards. It seemed like
real grassy and shallow,
crazy grass everywhere, and everything that looked like it should have been great fishing didn't seem like it held anything. And honestly, for me, it reminded me a lot of Gunnersville, my experience down there. The pattern I got on and just the way I was fishing, like everything was just all docks, and it's nothing like the docks we have around here, like Table Rock, Lake of the Ozarks. They're all skinny and just small.
Are they floating docks or are they pole docks?
Yeah, they're pole docks.
Those always threw me off. I don't understand how a lake can never flood.
Right.
What? How's that possible? All right. It's like that in Texas too. So
Joe,
what were the
talk
bugs
to us
like?
about how you caught them and what worked out for you, man.
Like I said, my day started actually pretty terrible and funny, honestly. Not funny, but since we got back late Friday night, I had the trailer unhooked and went out there and messed with it at like 10 o'clock. And I had the wife holding the flashlight, and everything went really smooth and easy. Probably easier than it should have been. It probably should have raised a question. So I'm taking off from the place at like 5 a.m. And I get 10 seconds down the road and I hear something kind of crazy. Pull over. Didn't have the pin in. So thank God I had to change my trailer and drag in the ground.
Oh, that's not a good way to start.
So I was already, that set me back a little bit and made me feel. So I got there a little bit late, and then I get there. I fished for probably about an hour and a half, throwing the buzz bait and a handful of other things. I was getting bites on the buzz bait, but I just wasn't hooking up. And it got to probably 7:30, 7:45. I finally caught a smallmouth on the buzz bait. I'm like, okay, whatever. Finally got off on the board a little bit. And then as I kind of got going, I didn't really have a place in mind either. Like I said, I'd seen one little spot that we went to at a park while we were playing with the kids Thursday night. And I was like, well, if all else fails, this is where I'll go. I went there. And as I kind of made my way out towards the main lake, after 2 hours of getting next to nothing, I started really slowing down and trying to pick apart these docks because I couldn't find, like I said, I couldn't find them anywhere where I thought they should be. And I started getting some bites that way. And it seemed like the more and more I got out towards the main lake, the better bites I got and the more bites I got.
Well, that sounds like you made a good decision on kind of adapting and switching over to that dock pattern.
Yeah, like I said, I got kind of lucky. Like I said, I was kind of hard-headed, sticking with what I was doing all day. We had clouds all day, so I thought the top water should work all day for the most part. Like I said, when I started skipping Cincos underneath docks, I started getting some bites, and honestly, probably 3 out of my 5 biggest fish came off of one dock. And it actually started getting crazy windy before that. We had a pretty nasty storm roll through. And that really kind of set me back, because although I think it may have turned them on, it's really hard to skip when there's 4-foot waves coming at you.
Yeah, or just keep off the dock and not crash into it.
Like I said, I'd throw a bait, try to skip it. It hit the top of a wave and shoot 6 feet in the air.
Well, man, way to stick it out, man. Good job.
Yeah, I actually, like I said, I was a little upset with myself that once the first round of clouds, and, I kind of looked at my weather app, that it looked like it was going to get nasty pretty quickly. So I was a pretty good ways out. And like I said, I didn't really know where I was. So I made the decision to kind of start heading back just in case it got bad. And it really never did. So I think if I would have stuck it out there a little bit, I probably could have got a few upgrades. But
yeah, I think that happens every time you see the weather coming. You're like, oh man, I better go get out of it and go seek shelter. And then you leave, and then it blows over and it doesn't even do nothing. But if you would have stayed there, you would have been hammered. He probably would have hailed on you or something. That's how it goes too.
Yeah, there was no cover. Like I said, there's no cover at any of these. It was all it was all tiny. There was no way to get up.
Yeah, like piers and walkways.
Yeah, there was nothing. So, like I said, I did the same thing. I don't know. Not that I was doing good by any means there. I'd only had like 2 fish, 1 short and 1 that came off the board. But man, those strikes that lit up the sky that night. They made night early.
Yeah, I got off the water early too.
Like 3 in the morning.
Well, Jonathan, you got anything else for Joe?
Man, Joe, I just want to know what it's like to have one of them trophies, man. One of them cedar one trophies.
I've wanted one so bad since we had them out, man. It's so nice.
Yeah, MoYak's going to have a version of that next year too. I'm working with the guy that built those, and we're going to make something even better for next year.
Oh, snap. Watch out.
Be on the lookout.
Yep. Yeah, buddy.
Well, Joe, man, congrats again, dude.
Congrats, dude.
You know, way to represent MoYak and go up there and bring some hardware back.
Appreciate it, fellas.
Yes, sir. Do it again. Are you heading down to 10 killer?
I don't think so, but I'm going to try. If I can, I will.
All right, man. I hope to see you down there.
All right, guys. Take care.
Yep, you too. See ya.
Later.
I am adding Lance and Mike right now.
Are we still on this goofy background?
No, we're not. Is it on your side?
I see it on my end.
Oh, I think I turned it off.
Looks like we're all sitting at a table in the Rocky Mountains.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you good and see you good.
Sweet.
Where's Burris?
He's coming. I just added him now.
Yeah, I said I just got off the phone with him.
Man, it's so weird being able to see your full face, like without every time I look at you without a beard, man. It's just like, who is this guy?
Dude, that was like 8 months ago.
I feel like I haven't seen you in 8 months, man. It's been forever since we had a
tournament. It has been.
Hey,
it's coming back though.
I appreciate that I'm like the closest guy to you guys with the Bonafide, and you still don't invite me to go fish the rivers with you guys.
Man, I don't even get to go fish like just for fun. It seems like it's just tournament, and then I'm busy doing other stuff. So
yeah,
that's the way it goes.
Lance, you there, big guy?
I was telling Lance on the phone a minute ago, I may have to go to the doctor before Saturday. I got stuck by a fish Saturday, and it spined me pretty good. And I had a couple of blisters come up. I guess where it caused an infection. And so I took care of those. And then now today, my thumb swelled up half the size it was. It was a lot of pain. And I shoved a needle in it, kept trying to drain it. Couldn't get enough. I guess I'm not getting deep enough to the infection or something. So I'm hoping what I did might take it down a little bit. But if not, I may have to go in and have them look at it.
I've done that before, and it actually broke off. It broke off part of the fin inside of me, and an X-ray. My doctor said X-rays won't show that fish bone, And so I bet that's what it is with you. You've got a piece of that bone stuck down in there. It stabbed you.
great.
It stabbed you and then moved and it broke it.
Mhm.
So, I mean, that's what happened to me. And it hurt for like a freaking year. And I honestly, I don't think I ever got the bone out. I think it just kind of freaking dissolved or some shit because I never, the doctor said it just had to come out on its own. And it was weird because it would, like after about 6 months, it didn't hurt at all. But then if I grabbed something and I touched it the wrong way, it was just instant pain, like a nerve. It would just shoot right through me, the pain. So it's really weird. But I know what you're talking about, man. That sucks. That hurts.
Yeah, all day at work today, it was just, just throbbing. I mean, and I do physical labor. We've been laying asphalt at work, so just shoveling asphalt, and I was like, man, I gotta do something about this. So I bared down and, like I said, ran a needle in at 3 different spots, and I just couldn't get nothing to come out, like no type of infection type stuff. You know what I mean? So, but I could physically see the other 2 spots where the barb actually stuck me, but this spot I can't see where it went in. It's just it's all knotted up there. So, and it's right on that joint too. And that's right where it's my fish lip grabbing thumb too. So,
Ouch.
I think it was Mike DeWitt was telling me that Jeremy Mitchell, he caught a gar and got one of those like tooth like in his skin somehow, and it did like the same thing. It like swelled up and got infected.
I wouldn't doubt
It was
that.
real nasty.
Them things are nasty. Yeah.
You might have to call Lance and walk him through Skype.
He's done this with us before.
Well, I know. That's what I thought too. I mean, how many podcasts has he been on now? He should probably have his own podcasting setup now.
Might have to just have to forget him and just interview the team captain, Mike Keafer.
I don't know why he can't get on.
Hey,
there he is.
Go. There we go. He clicked the
Took
right
him
button.
long enough.
About time.
Hey, I'm here.
Oh.
You guys look so short.
Looks so short.
Are we still sitting at the table?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Dominguez.
Is that better? Is that better now?
It's still telling me that together mode is enabled.
No, I want to turn that crap off. That's not how it looks on me. Like, I don't know why. That's not how. What does it look like now?
At a table, so.
Yeah.
That's retarded. It's not like that. It's on my end. I don't know why it's not switching your guys's. Thank you for joining the table here, boys, and
Yeah.
hanging out.
Nights at the round table.
Sitting at
Lance,
the round
Mike,
table.
what's up, guys? How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Great. Got it there, Lance? You good now?
Lance got out of his chair and he's over there creeping on you, it looks like.
How you doing, buddy?
Well, guys, man, congrats on the river this weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah, great job again.
Tell us about it, man. Tell us how you guys' day went. Tell us as much as you guys want.
I just followed Mike around.
I knew it. I called it before you even got on here. I said we should just forget about Lance and just talk to Mike.
Josh said the team captain, Mike.
Yeah, team captain.
Yeah. Lance, you didn't want to join us, so we were just going to go on without you.
I like to make an entrance.
There you go.
So
Mike,
I saw that.
man.
Yeah, I saw that you
Tell
guys
us about your day.
launched into this at the last minute too. So how did that turn out?
How it came about?
Yeah, so I'm gonna guess there's a story behind this.
Well, for me, I just got back from vacation and took a couple extra days off work and was sitting here around the house, kind of bored, and I couldn't. Was trying to get some lumber to work on the barn and couldn't get the lumber in, and so I just said, "Hey, I think we still got time to squeeze in this if you're available." And he said, "The wife let him."
Oh, you got permission, huh? That always helps. It's helpful.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. But we had to cut it short. That was the condition.
Oh, and what about the donuts in the morning? Were you able to get some donuts?
I did. The humidity didn't help very well with them. I opened them up. The first couple ones were powdery. The rest of them were sticky.
The same thing kind of happened to me too. I had a bag with me, and I ate a couple donuts, and then after a couple hours, they are all mush and wet.
Yeah, I still ate them. Still
So, what kind of pattern were you guys on? You mind? You don't have to say everything, but I mean, what were you catching them on?
I think it was strictly topwater.
All top water
Yeah.
for both of you. That's always the best way to do it on a river is top water.
Yeah, that's a good day. Very good day.
I don't feel like we had as many bites as we could have had, but it's better than the last one, so I didn't complain.
Right on. So, are you guys liking fishing these river tournaments?
I always have. I always like fishing the river tournaments. It just kind of, when you get so many tournament trails, you want to try a different one or a new one or something like that, it kind of takes the place of another trail. So
Yeah, I think a lot of people are really liking it, and we'll see some growth next year. A little better numbers. Some guys are a little scared to fish on rivers, which has kind of surprised me this year. But they're getting out there and fishing, and they're like loving it because they get to see. It's fun catching a big, or it's not even have to be a big smallmouth. You catch a 15-inch smallie on a creek on a light ultralight rod or something, man.
Oh yeah, you think you got a big one till you get it in, but they put up a heck of a fight.
Yeah, they're strong fish.
Yeah, we definitely miss it. It's kind of how we started out, obviously, and we're supposed to do it this year, and somebody got a little too big. He had to expand and broaden his horizon.
I like to try new things.
Yeah, like win the Angler of the Year for the All-American Series.
Yeah, we'll see how that happens.
Is that all you got to say, man? Calm down.
I don't feel confident yet because I can't fish this next one. I really wanted to, but work got in my way of fishing. And so pretty much I got the crewman one left that will hopefully help me depending on how it goes.
Yeah. So
because it's a top 3 events, right?
To qualify for the Classic, you come in the top 3. Yeah. For the All-American Series, the top 10 in AOI go to the Classic.
Well, for the AOI points, is it 3 events or 4?
3, best 3.
3. Okay. I told Lance I'm coming for him.
It's going to be tight, because some guys have only done 2 or 3 and they still can cull a couple. So, I mean, we've got like 9 tournaments on the schedule and you only need 3. So it's going to make it tight all the way around. The Northern guys have just got their first 3 in. So we'll see what happens after that too. So it'll be cool to see how that turns out.
Yeah. Lance is missing 10 killer and I'm coming in strong. So if I can win that, I think we'll be kind of neck and neck going into Truman.
There you go.
I'm going to buy 2 bags of donuts for Truman.
I'll be bringing you a bag of donuts for Stockton too, so I'll have those for you. I owe you from that wager that I lost horrendously.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
I definitely need that. I need like 3 bags of donuts on Stockton just like beat Huey.
Yeah, Stockton's going to be fun. What do you guys think about that? That's coming up next Saturday. So, you all ready for Stockton? It's going to be hot.
Yeah, it looks like cold front and rain and storms and thunderstorms and all the good stuff's hitting right before we get there. But
we're MoYak. Who cares? We're used to it by now, right?
I prefer the rain over the sun.
This time of the year too, those rain predictions are crazy. It could just be a pop up the last 5 minutes. You never know.
Yeah.
I think it would actually help if it was cloudy and a little rain might help.
I wish it rained just flat out pour all day long.
Yeah, we're excited. We're hoping to keep this run that we're on going.
Yeah, Team Bonafide is hot right now, so Yeah.
So,
Well, Dominguez, what do you got? You got anything left for the reigning Central Regional champs?
Nah, man. I was telling Mike before Lance got on here how I have a Bonafide kayak as well, and I'm really close to where both of them live, and I still don't get invited to the rivers, but I mean, it is what it is.
Oh, you gotta just throw a dart at the map and go. But this last time we went to the Big Piney, to a place we'd never been to before, and it was a really nice stretch of river where it wasn't crowded. It was nice and clear, and we didn't drag too much, but all I could catch was 10-inch fish. It drove me nuts. 10-inch smallies all day long, and I wasn't going to put them on the board. I just kept chucking them back. I destroyed my Tourney X standings with my all these little river dinks that I've been trying to submit this year while I try to go out and fish. So all I'm submitting is 10-inch fish, and I'm sick of it. The next river tournament's coming up. That's going to be our reschedule remake update, and that's going to be in what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, I'm going to be on the western side, right? Yeah, west. You guys all ready for that? There's actually not a lot of water in the western side if you think about it and break it down. So you guys got a spot picked out yet, or are you just going to wing it?
well, that's up to him.
Who's the captain here? I thought you were the captain.
Well, we, this trail series didn't work out in our schedule for all the big bass events he was doing. So we were just, picking up a few here and there. It wasn't till actually just after this event that I noticed we were sitting in second place. And I said, hey, we can make a run for this if you want to, but his work, as he says, kind of got in the way. So unless he figured out a way to change that.
You can drop one score, so you can miss one and still be good.
Well, we only got 2 left, right?
Yeah, 2 left.
Make up in the championship. Yeah.
The championship is 1.5 points. So if you do really good at the championship, you can make up some ground too. The championship's going to count.
Yeah, he can't make the championship. That's the one.
Oh no!
See, I'm supposed to
that sucks.
We want to jump at the last moment.
Yeah. Well, the one that's coming up, the 28th, me and my wife's supposed to go back down to Lake Ouachita and get scuba certified. So,
oh man,
I need to know. Cool. I need to know from him if he can commit before we move that schedule.
That's kind of a big deal. I bet there's some cool stuff to find scuba diving in the bottom of Lake Ouachita. Yeah. Some crystals.
Yeah, I've heard
some diamonds.
I've heard there's traits.
Yeah, my wife would go nuts. She's already won.
Yeah,
she's a rock hound.
Did you see any of our posts from our vacation?
Yeah, she was really jealous, and now she wants me to plan a trip like that. So thank you very much, because now I got to do that shit too.
Yeah, that truck, we had a Jeep Gladiator, and that whole thing, the whole back is full of rocks.
I bet there wouldn't be no room left in my truck either, I'm sure.
Yeah, they didn't pull you over on the scale and get you a ticket for being overweight.
No.
Well, congratulations, guys, once again for a really great river performance. Really cool to see you guys dominate like that, to take the team side and then go 1 and 2 in the trail. That's awesome. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
You guys gonna be at Stockton this weekend?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We're hoping to carry this over. We got, I think, 3 in a row now that we've been 2 and above.
Yeah, there you go. That's strong. Those belts could be yours yet. Those championship belts.
I'm not going to jinx anything, but I'm just hoping to just keep it flowing.
Well, we will be at the bait shop for the awards, and we will also be streaming those awards live on Facebook. So I'll see you guys there. Man, appreciate everything.
Sounds good. Appreciate you guys.
Guys, thanks for being on here.
Thanks, man. See you.
My donuts.
Yeah, I'll bring your dang donuts. See you guys.
See ya.
Stockton this weekend, guys. Get signed up. Be there and be square.
That's right. We're ready to roll. Stockton Lake, and it's on. We'll see you guys Saturday at the bait shop.
Bring some water. It's going to be a doozy.
We'll see you there.
Josh, thanks again, man. It's good seeing you again. Can't wait to see you this weekend.
Yep, you too, man. We'll see you soon.
All right, ladies, man.